Missing one over in team 2, but we got ourselves Persephone. I like the name. Oh, we did get a 5th there, though. We got ourselves Rights. Oh, wait, wrong guy. That's Blood. We got ourselves Speed. I'm trying to go Rights, Speed, as well as Stone in the back. It just got all mashed up together in the arena. Amarok over for the team 2, ready to go as a Elemental Shamansman. Interesting. We got Airless, that team coming back in. We got ourselves Mish. We got ourselves Astrider, as well as Chicago. How you doing, my guy? Back in that enhancement. Shamansman Speed gonna be first up versus Amar. Didn't Speed say he was gonna go switch character, or am I wrong on that one? Wait, are they switching out? Wait, hold on. Is it? Wait. I saw Airless pop in, but I think he just wanted to say hello. That's what I think he was trying to do. But it is going to be an opener by Speed. Knockback on the Shamans. Shamans actually have a pretty good setup versus melee, depending on the build that Amarok is running, but they should have a lot of opportunity to deal with melee classes, knocking them around, throwing them around a little place. Constant freezes as you keep him in place with that Frost Shot. Got himself Lightning Bolts ready to go. Lava Burst sent him. Knocking Speed back. May want to go for some mobility. Got a big Earth Shock blunt to fall into Amarok. No Trinket available. So Amarok might be in a bit of a weird spot. He will have to watch out for himself. Keep Speed out in the open and keep him on his toes. Got the Earth Elemental, but a Shiv is going to let him disconnect from the Earth. Ellie try to see if he can pincer him in between. Is going to go for a quick Shadow Strike off of that Shadow Melt root. Keeps him in place, so the knockback doesn't send him flying whatsoever. Got himself quite a bit of damage. Burrow is going to be pretty good for Amar, but mostly using it defensively. Stunned by the Earth Elemental, is going to try to see if he can trap up Speed. But a Vanish, actually just stabbing the totem, is going to be able to get him out of there. Lava Burst, Earth Shock sent in. Speed trying to see if he can get himself maybe a bit of reset. Vanish to follow. Shadow Strike interrupting Amarok as he got up quite a bit of health. Get a shot to follow as he's rotating the Fire Elemental. That might actually be enough to maybe take down Speed. Cloak Shadows to give him a little bit more recovery. Big secret technique. And Amarok might want to go for the Guardian to give himself a little bit more healing. Knock back up to Speed. Whatever healing you can get right now would be helpful. Needs something. Trying to go for a bit of healing Speed. Trying to see if he can break out of it. Does he have an interrupt? He does have a backup. GFA as the sentence coming through. Big Earth Shock. Gouge to follow Speed. Maybe in a weird spot. Does have dots on him. No Vanish out. Amarok could maybe win this one. Speed needs to find a way to break through. Maybe get himself a bit of a reset. Interrupt the pet for a second. Root to follow. And Amarok meatballing him down. Well done, well done. Well done, boys. And it looks like a Paladin. I think it was Astrider, or was it Mish? Astrider, I think it was just charging out. He probably thought, okay, Amarok is down. Wait. Never mind. Kill the rogue. Gotta be Blood. Next is gonna be Amarok. Mainly defenses right now. Oh, you got a big hammer hand over your head. Unless you got a burrow, man, might be in a lot of trouble. I think it's over for Amarok, even if he loses it. Oh, hammer. Yeah, hammer. That hammer, man, it does sneak up on you. You think, oh, it's above your head. It disappears for a second. You're like, wait, am I good? And then it just slams. It's like a jump scare out of left field. Astrider gonna be up next from one pallet to the next. Big bubble for Rockblood. But a blind for Astrider. Got himself Crusade, so he's looking to ramp up the damage while Rockblood trying to see if he can back up out of there. Did he use wings at all? Did Rockblood use wings for that one? I think he already did, right? Usually in the opener. Big hammer hanging over Astrider's head. Got himself in a hodge. But he's going to be able to break out of it with the human racial. Letting the ram go through Rockblood. Does hit him in the stun. Wall available, but I don't think it's going to do much. Already got a ramped up and ready to go. By the way, this Paladin set to go with his shoulders actually fits so well. It's got that Scarlet Crusade feel about it. Ryan's going to try to see if he can swing around Astrider, but the man is just trying to avoid the Demon Hunter. But the man is zooming all over the place. He's blinking on my screen. I literally can't even track him. Like, the game is having a hard time tracking him. Bubble for Astrider. Rise just needs to survive this one a little bit here. Got himself Blur. Looking to maybe get himself a bit of mobility. Astrider trying to see if he can go for a defensive behind the pillar, or staying out in the open fighting. Right, drinking right after. Got himself a bit of wings for the last second. Maybe he could use those for something, but does get cleaved down by Rights. Oh, this man's been waiting to do that all night, huh? Been waiting to drop down the flag for a moment. Mish up next, Trinket to follow, dropping down a stun onto Rights, trying to see if he can take him down, but an immunity is up for Rights. Does he have an out for this one? Immunity is not really gonna let you get too much mobility. Fear onto the Paladin. You gotta wait out the Crusade. You just gotta AFK and wait the Crusade, but do you do that as a Demon Hunter? Darkness down, got him some Spore Cloak proccing. It's gonna be a blind out of Mish, but he's just gonna get back out of the Mish, charging in, man. Michelin man right here, trying to see if he can end the guy as fast as possible. Right, I don't know how you live this. Stun, needs some kind of a heal. He needs that metamorphosis. He needs a little bit of healing. Trying to see if he can break past the Paladin's defenses, but a Shield of Vengeance, you don't want to be anywhere near it. I think this man's just got to be on a run. There's got to be man on a run the entire night. Got himself Blur for the stun, which is going to give him a little bit of DR. but there's only so much you can really do. Doesn't it pick it up a little bit of health? I think with the Warlock Hellstone, but he's still in a lot of trouble. His Mish just blasted him from range. Even if you try to outrun him, you gotta go behind the pillar. You can't even be like away from him in line of sight. As long as the paladin can see you, he can just judge you from a good distance. And there it goes. I think it's just done. Yeah, Mish. Now I gotta go down to that guy. That's a rough one, man. That's a rough one. Wait for 10-2. Nothing changes. Son of Outlaws in Arena will be extremely fun to watch. Ooh, Outlaw in Arena would be really cool in 10-2, Evgeny. I think that'd be really nice. Yeah, the changes coming to rogues, man. You've seen a lot of subtleties and kind of a few assassins here and there. But Outlaws with the John Wick openers are gonna look insane. You're between the eyesing for crits. Between the eyes is giving you back common points, and you're getting big back-to-back dispatches. It's going to be bursty, and it's going to be brutal, and it's going to be super sustain heavy. No stealth, all combat. It's going to be kind of nice. Stun to Mish, man as a bubble or bop in case he needs to stone. Try to see if you can just put some pressure on the guy really early. That's another class that's actually going to go through quite a few changes, is Beastmaster Hunter. We see survival here and there, maybe some marksman, but BM is kind of the unsung hero, but we'll probably see them more in Spotlight by 10-2 with that big zoo build coming back in. It's gonna be so good. Stone tried to see if he can get himself in a better situation, but Mish charging out, got himself full Crusade Wings rolling in Stone. Better have someone for it. Got himself maybe some kind of CC, but a trick breaks Paladin out. As long as there's nothing stopping the Paladin, I think there's no way for him to lose this one. Got him survival of the fittest, but I don't think Stone was the fittest in the group on that one. That's a rough one with Persephone gonna be up next. Got him some Demonology setup instead of Destrum. He gotta get himself a big go potentially. Man, this is rough. There's gonna be a Mish. Bubble available. Blessing Protection still available. Also got Spell Warden, so he's okay. Persephone getting hit with a stun. Immediate Trinket porting out of there. Just trying to see if he can back up it from Mish. Mish is gonna be limited on some healing, but dampening isn't the highest ever. It's only 32%. So he can still maybe get himself. Ooh! I like the demon weapon you got going on. That looks so good. It's like very, very iconic Legion weapon. Look at that. It looks like an actual like guard of Antaurus or something. Look at that guy. Oh, this guy too. They look so good. They even got like the whole like fell-ish, not like the red skin, but like the more demonic demon army Antaurus thing. That's so awesome. Persephone, literally warlock from Antaurus, got himself Kilrog to reposition his pet back towards him, and it's gonna go for a little bit of healing from the pet. Mish, no mana available. If you were to follow, man's got a Blessing of Protection or Spell Warden. Depending which one he uses here, though, could be really bad. Spell Warden will protect you from the magic damage, like Imps and Tyrant, but the Felguard is still gonna do damage to you. The pets are still gonna just destroy you with physical hits. If you go for Blessing of Protection, that Vile Fiend with that spit, the Imps, as well as the Tyrant could still do a lot of damage, and the Shadow Bites from the pets. You can't Blessing of Protection, you can't Blessing anything. Midge is trying to see if he can hide behind the pillar, stun around the corner, does get the pet stunned up for a second, hail the good ones are flying, the man is not in a great spot, the pets are back up in action, Tyrant trying to see if he can swing around the pillar, if he can maybe go for one cast, Midge may be down for the count actually. Oh, the Tyrant does get two casts in. Honestly, I was expecting for Tyrant just to walk up to Midge and just stare at him. Is it just me? Am I just so used to Tyrant just like doing some silly stuff? Tyrant sometimes just feeling silly, man. That Tyrant chose violence for the day. I like seeing that. Persephone, not in a great spot versus Chicago. Does go for the fear, gives him a little bit of a breather, but he's just surrounded by the Raptors. Maelstrom is up for Chicago. Could just go for a big L blast to end this guy's whole career. While available for Percy, may want to use it as soon as possible if he's ever in front of Chicago. Mortal Coil gives him a little bit of healing, but at 42% damp, but it gets barely anything. Does he have a Warlock Hellstone? Shadowburn Warlock Hellstone would maybe give us some recovery, but right now you just really gotta get more pets in Chicago. Let the pets do a little bit of work. Does go for the wall, a little bit of Warlock Hellstone. Sunder by Chicago, maybe an offensive spot. Just walling this off just so you can focus on the offensive rather than defense. Persephone does get himself some distance. Lightning is going to be up. Chicago with another lightning bolt right after. Just a full arc lightning on all these pets, taking them out. Well done, well done. Mish picking up two, but Persephone almost bringing it back for his team. Well done, boys. Let's get ourselves uno mas in here. Gotta go Chicago versus Boris this time, yeah?